I don't know. I think that for me, there's obviously like textbooks or guidance to how you do things, but like these kind of things, for them to be effective, they have to be individualized to you. Like, for example, this season, the coaches had everybody write like a letter, basically. It was like about a month before our conference, and then asked them to open the letter up the night before they raced, to read it. It could be whatever they wanted, you know, something along the lines of like, you know, tomorrow you're going to race, like, put everything out. I don't know what people wrote. I have no idea. I didn't read people's, but I didn't do it, right? I mean, initially it was because like I couldn't think of anything. But then afterwards I reflected, and I just don't think that that was something that would have worked for me. You know, maybe for somebody else, like hearing their own words at a moment where they were less stressed and, you know, they were excited versus like the night before you're competing. I think that could be really valuable to somebody. But for me, I was like, I don't need to hear my own words. Like I already know what I need to do. Mm-hmm. So for me, like that wasn't valuable. But somebody else, obviously it might be. But for me, I think, and I go back to it, goal setting was really important. For example, in the 2021-2022 season, I had like a clear time goal in mind. I don't always recommend having time goals. And honestly, throughout the season, I didn't really even think about that time goal too much. It was something that I had set at the beginning of the season. I came back to it mid-season, and then at the end, obviously came back to it again. But having time goals is always a good thing in terms of like, okay, like this is what I'm working towards. This is when I achieve this is what I'll be happy with. But also just kind of like process goals really to get you through the day to day. And I think the way I did that was really just setting small goals each practice, that like, even if maybe I didn't swim the times or swim a practice the way I wanted to, that I would come out of it and feel like, okay, I still achieved something. So I guess what that looked like for me was like, okay, I don't know if this is going to make sense to you, but Jacey is making sense to her for sure. But like I want to be like 15 off every wall in this pace set. Like that would be like a goal for me. And I'd be like, maybe I'm not swimming the time I want to swim, but I'm staying under to 15 on every wall. And that worked out for me in the end. Like, you know, so I think it's like, for me, process goals is a really important thing.